All right, everyone. I'm here to talk a little bit about reading unblocked defenders. Okay, and we're going to use a simple play. We call it belly. Um, if you are a youth football coach, you may just call this ISO. Okay. If you're old school, we're going to give the ball to the fullback through the 5 or 4 hole. Okay, so any which way we're running this. Okay. It's a simple man-on-man block for the most part. We do get a double team, okay, at times. Okay, and so I'll show you how this works. And what we did was we converted it into a read play. Okay, so what we used to do is I'm going to show you this here. Okay, so the play's going to be here to the right. Okay, if you look here, what we would do in the past is we would block out on this guy. Okay, with our right tackle, our right guard would block this guy. Okay, and then our back would climb to the inside backer. One of the issues that we were having is this kid right here would end up making the play. Okay, when he ends up making the play, then we would call it a keep. Okay, and if we guessed correctly, then it was a great play. If we guessed incorrectly, or the coach in the box um, was watching this guy and said, "Hey, he's got to stay home to the outside, or they're going to keep it." Now all of a sudden he stays home and he tackles our quarterback. Okay, so what we did was we combined those two plays, what we call belly and belly keep. We combined them into one play, and we put the decision on our quarterback, okay, to make that choice. So the idea is if he stays outside, okay, we're going to give it to our fullback. If he tries to stick his nose into, let's say, into the box or into the 4 hole, then our quarterback is going to keep it. Okay, so let's take a look. As you can see, this kid is playing the edge. Okay, you can see our quarterback has his eyes here on this outside backer. Okay, and it looks like he's taking the C gap. So we tell him if he takes the C gap, give the ball to the fullback, and that's exactly what he does. All right, we'll go back again. Okay, so read player is uh this is the read player here. Okay, so watch what he does. Takes C gap, gets up the field. We give it to our fullback. Okay, and we got a nice play. I'm gonna go to the next play. So, with this particular play, okay, we're gonna go belly left or ISO left. This is kind of a strange defense. Okay, and I think we sort of confused them because we had a tight end here and we went trips to the top, which is a tough formation for a lot of teams to line up to. Okay, so if you look here, they've got 5 down linemen. This kid's probably in the wrong spot. Okay, so essentially it's a 5-2. Um, their outside backers walked out on our number 2 receiver. Okay, here's our corner. Okay, this is the other corner, and this is the safety. Okay, so if you're calling defense, you want to make sure that this kid is over on the other side. Okay, and this is partly why we got into this formation. Okay, because we're causing an issue here. Okay, we're causing an issue with this formation. Okay, this kid should probably be over there. All right. So when our quarterback looks up, okay, we tell him to look at the first man past the C gap, okay, or past the B gap. So it would be the C gap. So A gap, B gap, C gap. Okay. So technically, all right, our read man is this kid right here. Okay. Which is the safety. So our quarterback almost predetermines this and decides to keep it, mostly because there is no edge defender. We don't count this guy as an edge defender. We count him outside the box. We count him over our number 2 receiver. He should be occupied by this guy. So if you look here, there is no edge defender. He should be keeping this ball. Okay, so we get a block here on their tackle. Okay, our back is supposed to climb to the frontside backer. Here's the frontside backer. Okay, he ends up blitzing. Okay, and our quarterback, so everything kind of gets collapsed down and walled down. Our quarterback decides to keep it, which is a great choice because they don't have an edge defender. Technically, there is no read man. Our fullback sees it as well. He cheap fakes, and then he's going to climb and try to pick up that safety. Okay, our quarterback makes a great choice there, and Some great cuts to get into the end zone. Watch it one more time. Okay, there is no edge defender, so it's a full read. Okay, we get some good downfield block and cut. All right, same situation here. Okay, this is the same formation, just flipped. So our trips is down here at the bottom. Okay, they're aligned much better this time. Okay, so it's a 5-2. These are the two. Okay, um, so they're in a much better situation here. Um, Ideally, so this player is over our guard, so he's got him. Our tackle is gonna wide block this kid. Okay, that's a tough block. Okay, and he's really wide. We call it a wide nine. Okay, this kid right here is should be occupied with our number two receiver, and so the guy that's left over, the unblocked defender, is this kid right here. Okay, so our quarterback knows that. We're going to Y block. Our guard's going to block here. Our tackle's going to block out here. Our back should be what we call bibbing to the frontside backer. This kid's occupied by number two, and that is the read man. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you can see on the read, okay, on the read, if you watch our read man, if you watch this kid here, okay, watch what he does. He steps up into the C gap. So our quarterback immediately sees that he's getting vertical, okay, and setting an edge. You can see his eyes are on him right now. Okay, he's not going inside. We tell him if he goes inside, keep it. Okay, if he steps forward, give it. Okay, and it's a quick decision. So he gives it. All right, and we get a um, great run by our fullback. Okay, we'll watch it once again. Okay, I'm gonna put this. See if this works here. Put this over top of him. Nope, didn't move with him. Okay, so good cut by a running back, and he gets in the end zone. All right, so we're running belly to the top here. Okay, here's your D end. We're gonna Y block with our left tackle. Okay, our left guard should be man on man with this kid, and our center is man on man with the nose. Okay, so technically, all right, the outside backer, the unblocked defender, is this kid right here. Okay, let's see what he does. Okay, so you can see, um, again, watch this kid. Okay, you can see he kind of steps into inside. So our quarterback's eyes are on him. This kid starts stepping into the hole. Okay, and so he keeps it. All right, one more time. If you just watch the steps of this kid right here, steps inside. Okay, and you know what helps here is his alignment's tight too. Okay, so our quarterback initially pre-snap is thinking this kid's probably going to play belly. Okay, he's probably going to play the B gap here, which he does. He steps into the B gap and we keep it. Okay, what we added on this play is this motion from this back. Okay, what happens is this turns into what's called a double option play. All right, our back has to bust it. Okay, look here, we don't typically pitch the ball, so it becomes double option. So this kid has to get up in front, and he becomes a lead blocker. Okay, if you watch this kid, he looks inside, he ends up getting a nice block, get a good run by our quarterback. All right, we're down on the goal line. Okay, this one's a little bit difficult to see who the read man is, but I think you can see him up in this corner here. He slides into the B gap. Okay, I'll try to put an arrow here. So um, the read man is that guy right there. Okay, so if you pay attention to where he's going, okay, he ends up stunting or delayed filling into that B gap. Okay, so it's a good quarterback. I'm gonna run this one slowly. Okay, see how here he comes. Okay, so our quarterback's eyes are up. He sees he's going to the B gap, and it's a pretty easy read there. All right, so same idea here. We're Y blocking, so our right tackle should be kicking this kid out. The guard should be blocking this D tackle. Okay, our unblocked defender who we're reading is this kid right here. Okay, let's see what he does. So you can see, uh, he sticks his nose in. Okay, if you watch here, I'll play it slow. Okay, our quarterback read him as sticking his nose in, and he may have just gotten shielded off. You can see his eyes are on him. Okay. Now the kid kind of does a nice job of jumping outside, but here's where that extra blocker makes a difference. Okay, here he comes. Okay, the kid realizes, whoops, I was supposed to take the edge, and tries to shuffle laterally to take the edge. The great thing is we got that lead blocker, number 7, who ends up taking care of him. Okay. Um, it helps to have a really athletic running back as well. Okay, we had basically had 2 running backs in the backfield. We had moved this kid to quarterback. All right. Next one. Okay. This has a little added twist to it. Okay. What we're doing here is we're actually what we call an X block. Okay. So our tackle is going to slide down here, okay, on him, and our guard is going to step and block here. Okay. And our read man, our unblocked defender, is this kid right here. Okay. So we get a wax X block. Okay, and let's see what the unblocked defender does. Go to X block. Okay. And our quarterback sees him stick his nose in. Okay. You can see here. Okay. See this kid here sticks his nose in. So that's a pull read for him. Okay. Our guard kind of got bumped off and didn't do a great job of blocking this kid. Okay. But our quarterback was still able to outrun him. I'll take our running back on a D end any day. So that was a good read there. What scares me more is a linebacker trying to tackle one of our running backs. They're quicker, okay, and they can get there. So leaving that kid unblocked, he stuck his nose in. Although the D lineman made a pretty good adjustment there, trying to work lateral. I like my chances with my running backs against a D lineman versus a linebacker. Okay, so this is a great example comparing it to the last play. Okay, of um, a give read. Okay, so here's our read man. It's the same kid all night, which does make it helpful for our backs when we are calling a play with an unblocked defender. During the week, they kind of know who they're going to block. Okay, I'm sorry, who they're going to read. Okay, and so this unblocked defender was pretty similar all night. Okay, see what happens. We get another X block here, so our tackle came down. Our guard's kicking out. All right, if you watch the steps of the read man, okay, he slides to the outside. Okay, so this kid right here, if you watch his steps, okay, our quarterback's seeing him heading to the C gap. Okay, if that's the case, we tell him to give it, and he gave it. Okay, and our running back's in the end zone. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe below. Contact me if you'd like to see a playbook or to have a playbook. I have a lot of offense, defense, a lot of youth ideas and playbooks that are very useful. Okay. Hopefully this was helpful. This was reading unblocked defenders with Coach Mars. See ya.